Hey, welcome to It's About Time podcast, and we are happy with you. I'm Corey Alexander, comedian, along with my buddy,
Coleman Green,
who is also comedian extraordinaire. Hey, we got a lot of different segments here. We are doing the current comedy segment tonight, and we have a topic tonight, Mr. Coleman, that I have to throw at you, see what your thoughts are. Now, I have to go to the glasses. Don't make fun of me.
For us.
We're getting old, man. Yeah, shut up, bitch. Here we go.
There were 30 seconds.
When we said bitch, I didn't say anything else. So, I love you.
Oh, thank you.
I'll say something else after.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to throw something at you. So we all know Joe Rogan, killing it on the podcast. He is opening up his own comedy down in Austin, too, along with his podcast. Yes, he's opening up a comedy club.
Oh, okay.
So here's my thing I'm going to throw at you for current comedy update. Topic this week is going to be Joe Rogan's comedy club. So here's what I need from you. So this is supposedly what's going to happen. We don't know 100% confirmed, but it has gone around in enough circles that this seems to be the deal. There are 4 things going on with this club. Number 1, they're going to scan your face when you walk in. And number 2, they're going to keep it on record. Number 3, they're going to take your phone before the show and keep it in a locked box before the entire show. Last but not least, if you heckle at all, you are permanently banned from the club. So let me ask you, if you start a club, if you're working a club, are these things good for comedy, bad for comedy? Would you implement them yourselves? Give me your full feedback.
I think they're good.
You're good?
In today's climate, yes, it's good.
Okay.
Now, the scanning my face thing, I don't know about that. I don't want anything.
You're a handsome devil. You can't take it.
But scanning my face is just like, but again, with today's climate, nothing is private anymore. So, and I guess to keep everyone safe, I'm with it. Especially locking up the phones because everybody wants to record everything you do in the club anymore. Everywhere you go, everybody want to record. So yes, lock up the phone so they can have full attention of what you're doing. What else you said they're going to do?
So they scan your face, then they're keeping it on record. Then there is
okay
keeping the phone, and then no heckling or you're banned for life.
I'm with that too.
Okay.
I'm with
You go with all of them.
I'm good with all of them.
All right.
Now, can I get a date?
Can I get a table dance? I'll give you a table dance. I won't give you a date, though. You would love every minute of it.
No, but that's
one of my balls lights up right in your face.
I mean, I believe, not that I like heckling, but I don't mind it because sometimes I like going after people. I do. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of comedians on there that's saying, Joe Rogan, he's so soft, and this is going to be like a snowflake club. I'm like, okay, hold on, before we get out of control, there are some good things that you do have to establish. Now, my biggest thing with the heckling is I'm kind of with you, but I kind of have my own twist.
I'd rather not.
I'd rather say, listen, here's the deal. When I have somebody like the manager go up before the show, intro the show, before the MC comes up and just said, thanks for coming out, go through a couple of ground rules. And my biggest thing would be, if I was the manager of that club, here's the deal. It's not that there's no heckling. We obviously don't want you to heckle. But if somebody talks to you and they're engaging with you, you are totally allowed to talk.
Talk back, right.
And if the comedian kind of does some audience work, totally do that. Right. What we don't want you to do is volunteer stuff or yell out. That is uncool. So understand the basic rules. And as long as that is, permeated throughout the audience and they get that, I'm okay with that. And even if they want to say like, oh, that was bad or something, just as a kind of a joke, I don't mind that either. But it's the straight something where it's like, exactly. If you go up there and like, hey, how's everybody doing? Like, you suck. Like, before you even start, it's like, come on, dude. And I've always told this to audiences. It's not so much, and I'm like you. I don't care. I've gone after people. I've done New York, LA. I mean, I've handled the toughest crowds. Doesn't bother me whether I win them over or not or whatever it is. I don't mind. I'll take my medicine either way. My biggest problem is, I said, this one guy was trying to give me the business, and he said, well, why can't you take it? I'm like, I can, but see, the problem is, it's not you. It's the people around you who paid a lot of money to see the show, and now they are like, this show sucks because you are making it an asshole show because now you're talking over it. I can't hear what the comedian's saying. I'm not enjoying it. You're yelling out. You're disturbing the show. I paid good money. I want to see the show, not listen to you.
Right.
So that's what it's all about. And eventually, believe it or not, the guy got it. He's like, okay, well, I didn't see it from that standpoint. He's like, all right, I'll shut up. Wow. And the whole audience was like, woo! I was like, okay, now you understand. And then actually he settled down. But it was just one of those things. And then I talked to him at the show. I'm like, what was the deal? Why were you being so dicky? He's like, well, I lost my job a couple weeks ago and, my wife's leaving me and stuff. And I'm like, all right, so you bring that anger to the show? I mean, like, you're coming here to have a good time. Just let yourself go. I said, that's not the attitude. And he's like, yeah. You could tell there was something off. Like he was on the spectrum, whatever it was. But that's the thing. If you do that, then I'm okay with it.
Right. But you're going to have those. And like I said, people yell out stuff and say things. Like I say, I talk to them. But you get those that get a little overboard.
Oh, yeah.
Saying things. And listen, I'll go for a while. But then, when it gets, you're like, all right now. All right now. And then
what is over the top for you? There's another thing. So what's over the top for you? Would it have to be about your kids? Would it have to be about race? Like, what would push you to the edge?
Well, nothing has really pushed me to the edge because I feel like I handle it. I mean, I have been called the N-word on stage a couple times.
For real. Now, let's talk about that for a sec. Yeah. So if somebody really yelled out to you in a derogatory manner.
Yeah.
And is this
and
recent
it's always white females?
Oh, wow.
It doesn't. Now, somebody said to me, they said, well, reason why, because I'm a man, they feel that I won't go over and smack the shit out of them, which is true. I won't go hit them, but still.
Well, as Bill Burr says, there's a reason to hit a woman, you just don't do it.
Right. But and
there was a reason right there.
She called me twice, and I have been called that.
Now, is this recently, or is this back in the day?
No, it was maybe about 10 years ago. It hasn't.
So this hasn't happened since?
No.
Okay.
No.
Was this a regular club, or is this a sort of a...
It was a regular club. We both have performed at.
Get out.
Locally.
And she had no problem yelling this out.
And
she's saying this as a derogatory...
Yes. I don't know what happened, but she said... I guess I was talking to the people because it was like a table full of them.
Right.
And I was talking to one of them, and she was drunk, and she yelled out the F word, the N word, and I might have said something really rude to her.
Okay.
After
made her egg it on a little bit.
But then she threw a drink at me, and I had a bottle of beer in my hand. I almost slung it at, but I no.
Oh, they can't do that.
Cool.
Can't do that.
So I had said some nasty things back to everybody at that table. So they got up and left. And one guy got up and said, and put $100 bill on the stage. And I was like, fuck you and your $100 bill and so. And then one of his buddies came up to the stage and, well, I'll take it. And after the show, I said,
I should have taken that shit.
I should have taken that damn $100 bill. But yes.
Oh, man.
I was twice, and it was these two black women in the audience was going to fight her. I was like, no, don't even worry about it. I mean, she's ignorant, let it go.
That was just straight
up
white trash, just
digging
at the bottom of the barrel, trying to come out with some stupid line to come at you.
I mean, but I get people yelling stuff all the time. I had one time I used the Steve Harvey line at the same club. These guys was talking shit. They wouldn't shut up, and it was about 4 or 5 of them. And I was like,
white guys or black guys?
White guys.
Okay.
And I said, I probably get my ass kicked, but I said, don't let these jokes fool you, because I will come out there and fuck every one of you. They probably would have whooped my ass, but they stopped.
Okay.
They stopped, and then I think they got escorted out also. There's another place here in Philly that this lady I was on. Well, at this time it was like a catering place, and I'm on the floor doing the comedy, and this lady had her back to me, and I was like, hey, so, joking with her. The bitch turned around and threw a drink on me.
No, is anything prompted? Did you egg them on?
No, I didn't. No, the crowd. No, they was just drunk.
Okay, it was just drunk. So
it was just drunk. But I mean, like I say, I get people coming at me, and I do it in a way that is not really, where the crowd don't turn, because sometimes you can get the crowd to turn against you.
Oh yeah,
But I do it. Luckily, I've done it in a way where the crowd has not turned against. They're on my side.
Okay,
and they yell, "Shut the fuck up!" to somebody, because I know one time I think I was up in Connecticut, and in my act I talk about everybody, black, white, Chinese.
Yeah,
man, woman. I don't give a fuck.
You're equal opportunity insulter.
So this one woman yelled out at me, "You're a racist." I was like,
if you insult everybody, how are you racist?
And this white guy yelled, "I'm white," and he said, "I'm white. He's not a racist. Shut up, bitch." I was Like, and I was
This
like,
guy came running to your defense.
and you did. I'm like, yes, I love white on white crime. Keep it on, keep it going, keep it going.
White on white. I don't even know if that's a thing. White on white crime.
Listen, let's get it started.
Yes,
so,
right.
let's get it started. So,
Wow.
But heckling, like I said, is not but to a person just go overboard with it and gets nasty and won't shut up, because you get some shows where people just won't shut up, and sometimes they start talking, I just ignore not most of the time, but a lot of times I just ignore it and keep doing. But after a while, you can't ignore it. The people keep yelling. So then you have to say, listen, what's your problem?
Right? Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think there's some point where you have to address, if it's disturbing the show, if there's somebody just kind of yip-yapping, I pretty much ignore it, because if 80% of the audience is paying attention, we're all good, then it's like, all right, whatever. It turns until it starts seeping into
the show.
70%, 60% that is starting to take over, then it's like, all right, now I got to address it.
Yep.
And you're right. For 90% of the time, I don't think it's somebody who's, there are some mentally crazy, but I think it's people who are drinking.
Yeah, they drinking.
They just drink and they just out of control. I think that guy, at the incident that I had at the club, the guy was all with me, and then all of a sudden it can turn into a thing. You just have that extra drink, you lose your mind, and then it's all of a sudden now it's a problem.
Or the worst, if you get somebody there who think they're a comedian.
Oh.
They think you're talking. They like, I don't think they say.
They got to answer every question. Yes. You got to be a part of the show. They got to. The worst is, to me, it's not so much guys, the women who seem to respond to everything. They want to answer every question. Oh, I hear you. Oh, I agree with you. And it's not just black women; it's white women too.
But
it's absolutely
and I hit the door. Oh, he hit the door.
They repeat your joke.
I'm like, all right now.
And he yanked her titties. You're like, wait, what? And yanked her titties. I do have the owl routine sometimes, but yeah.
That's the nature of the business, though. But I do believe if.
Do you think all these clubs should adopt these rules?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm with you too.
I think that you should. But you just
I don't think that's snowflake.
How,
some comedians are like, oh, I'm like, all right, do you really want like a WWF situation? You need to have some. You don't want chaos. You want to be able to do your art in front of everybody without a whole lot of disturbance. Like, yes, if there are some organic situations that rise, so be it. Mm-hmm. But I think they're trying to say this is not about snowflake. This is about people who are drunk idiots who are going to get kicked out, or people who are just dicks, or people who are mentally disturbed. You got to get out of them.
You got to get out, and you can't come back.
Right.
You can't come back. Somebody, you go to a professional sporting event, you run out on the field, or you do something crazy, you kicked out. So listen, get the fuck out. Like somebody, I don't want to do it. Like when the guy ran up on the stage on your ass.
Didn't run up on the stage, and I met him. I met him there. I stared him right in the eyeballs, man.
You did. Yeah,
I didn't back down with nothing. Only because I knew that King Kong Blackie was coming to save my ass.
Corey said that. Next time you go to that big, did you call me?
Go, I called you a very handsome gentleman.
That dude was huge.
He is great, man. He is super great.
But I do not have a problem with that at all, and they should, especially in clubs here in Philly.
Oh yeah, definitely some. You have to do it. I think there's not enough of that. There's got to be some point, but
got to control it.
And that's the thing too, is I think that other comedians, when you venture, like Big J Okerson or something, when you venture out there, you saw that Big J got rushed on stage. So yeah. So you got to understand that every now and again that's just going to be part of the MO, right? So I don't think that should be too shocking, but for guys like you and me that we occasionally dive in, we have some fun with you, that should not be any kind of part of the show situation for us that we need to respect, because we don't go that deep and that cut that deep that we need to deserve that kind of reaction.
Unless you make me.
Well, Coleman's a different story, but
you make me.
He might be better. All right, well, there's your comedy update. We need better rules at the clubs. I'm Corey Alexander.
I'm Coleman Green.
And thank you for watching. Please watch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Sign up. We'll follow us. We see you. We love you. We'll talk to you soon.
Comedy Trainwreck.